What's up YouTube? My name is Carrie and today I will be reviewing 4 different teacher planners. I have done this sort of video before where I have purchased teacher planners with my own money, they're not sponsored, and I have reviewed them, looked through them, and have seen things that I've liked and seen things that I didn't like inside of the planners. So we're going to be doing the same thing in this video today. This time though, I have 4 different and new planners that I have been searching for across the market, and you're gonna see what really stood out about them and what didn't. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Subscribe and like if you'd like to see more of this type of content, and let's get into it.
Alright, so first up on our list is a planner from Amazon. Now, I know, I have done Amazon planners for teachers before inside of my previous video, but I had to give it another shot. And this planner is actually different from the previous planners. This is not a Bloom planner like in the previous video that I bought. It is a different brand that I was reviewing for this video. And this planner from Amazon was a steal, so I did have to review it because of how cheap it was. It was only $12 when I ordered it. I'm not sure if the price has gone up now since I have first recorded this video, but overall it was worth the price. So this planner did have some dust and some residue on top of it when I first opened it, and it was a little bit sticky, but I think it was overall okay, especially for a planner that's $12. I mean, can't beat the price, right? Of course, with that price, though, comes the cover, and the cover wasn't really as durable as some of the other planners you'll see inside of this video. But again, it's only $12 and it came from Amazon, so. And now I'm just kind of reviewing the first pages of the planner. I didn't get to have a preview before I bought the planner as it wasn't included on top of the Amazon storefront of what exactly you'd be getting. So I kind of wanted to look through and just see what was included with the planner. Of course, you have your standard weekly layout of the schedule. And as you can see, there are tabs that do come with the planner, but they're actually printed on top of the pages, which, I don't mind personally, but I know there are some people who struggle with that, especially when they want to be able to flip to a specific part of their planner that they're working on. Overall, though, the pages seem just fine. I really liked the spread, the layout, and how everything was all laid out for me so that I would be able to write inside of every single space and not have to write in my own dates or write in my own calendars for this planner. Now, when we're going to the back of the planner here, it was nice that we got some graph paper, which I thought was awesome. It was included in case, we need to do some seating arrangements or some doodles during those faculty meetings. There's also some lined notebook paper and some dates for the holidays at the back. Again, I was kind of checking the cover to see how durable it was, which it was relatively pretty sturdy, but overall not the greatest for protection. That was the planner from Amazon. And next up on our list is a planner that I purchased from the Happy Planner company. Now, I didn't realize how popular this company was, and after I made the 2021 review video of the planners, I had requests from people who watched my video and also people who I worked with that wanted to see a review on this planner and this company. Right off the bat, it looks like your standard teacher planner. It's very thick, it's very glossy. I got a free Jaguar sticker that came with the planner. And it was nice to, of course, get free stuff included with planners that you purchase as a teacher. But overall, this planner did cost me $35. Now, one thing I really didn't like about this planner were these round binder discs, which were used to help keep the planner together. I just think they look a little bit tacky, and I would have actually rather preferred to have the metallic rings, like how most planners have. But I understand that this is their trademark for the Happy Planner Company. It's those plastic discs. There was a little bit of residue on top of the cover as well, which I didn't particularly like, and I had to get it off afterwards off camera with a wet wipe just because it was a little bit sticky and it kind of stuck things together, and I didn't want that on top of the planner there. And after removing this plastic piece that helped to keep the binder together, we can finally start to dig into what actually is a part of the Happy Planner. It was nice that it came with these little stickies, which you could use on top of your different tabs. So that way you could actually start with whatever month you wanted to start with. So this is actually a great option for people who are not teachers as well. Now, starting to get into it, as you can see, these are the beginning pages, and it was kind of interesting to see what this planner had to offer. It was a little bit different from other planners, obviously, which is why it was kind of interesting to me to see what exactly it was all about. I'm just going through and flipping here now, kind of seeing if the layout is the same for most of the pages, which they are. The only thing I was a bit interested in is how the binder was holding up for these particular pages and how well it flipped, because again, these are not metallic rings, these are just plastic discs that hold all these papers together. And as I'm going through this planner, I do see that a lot of it is blank, so there is going to be a lot of parts that you're going to have to fill up if you're the type of person who enjoys doing that as a teacher. I particularly don't, so I would have a hard time making sure that this planner is filled out correctly with all the dates and everything else. I do also notice that there's big blank gaps underneath the Monday through Friday, which usually I would probably use that space to write down homework and other things as well. But again, that's just the design aesthetic of this particular company and their planner. We're finally reaching the end here, and I did like and I did enjoy that they had a classroom list that you could use at the back pages here for the planner. I particularly don't use this section since I have my own printed lists anyway. However, I'm sure that other people do appreciate this part. And we made it to the back here. I did notice there was a bit of a defect in this part of the planner, which of course is not going to affect it too much. It just ruined the aesthetic a little bit. And I did like that the planner was coated in front and back with the plastic in order to protect the covers. And I just ripped off this back page here that wasn't necessary for the video, especially when you want to see the design of the planner and how it looks. We made it back to the front. I'm going to just rip off that extra additional piece that we don't need, especially if you want to see the front cover of the planner again. Overall, this planner was not necessarily for me. However, it's a great option for other people who are shopping out there and they want a planner that is not too expensive as some of the other planners on this list. Okay, next up on top of our list here, we actually have a planner that was recommended to me from Facebook. I know, believe it or not, as I was searching for planners, this one popped up on top of my list, along with another one that's after this one. But this planner is actually the Wisdom Supply Company planner, and they were having a promotion to pre-order their 2022-2023 Zero Waste academic/teacher planner. So I was super interested inside of this company because apparently they're supposed to be zero waste, they're supposed to be great for the environment and everything else. This planner was also not a bad option in terms of cost, as it costed me about $38 with shipping in order to do the pre-order. Now they don't have this promotion anymore for the pre-order, as I've seen on their website. They've started to expand and they've started to do other things. So you might have to do some of your research when trying to purchase this particular planner again. I also just love how this planner looks. I know it's really hard to see on camera, but it does have a 2022-2023 on top of the cover. And it is just that beige / neutral tone color, which I was really vibing with for this particular school year. And with the planner came this promotional packaging. I was just wanting to show you guys on top of the camera for you to be able to see what it was all about, especially because when browsing on top of the Wisdom Supply Company website, it didn't give too much information about their planner in particular. And so I just figured it would be great for you to be able to see it, to you see, what exactly comes inside of the packaging with the planner. And of course, it's nice to also see that everything that they're promoting for their philosophy is about zero to little waste, which I was really happy about, especially to see that for a particular planner. And overall, they are starting to make some other products that are zero waste from when I've been checking up on top of their website. So it's good for you guys to also know and be able to check out what else they have to offer other than a planner. Now, just when looking over this planner, I really do love the simplistic design. The front cover is just made out of like a thick craft paper. The binding is nice and it's not too thick of a planner as well. Of course, the downside is the planner is not going to be as protected since it's not coated in that plastic covering and it doesn't have metallic rings. But overall, I didn't mind that, especially because I usually take good care of my planners anyway. And here I am, of course, inspecting the cover, which is nice and thick and durable in my particular opinion. I also like how the paper felt really nice and it was on the thicker side, so it wouldn't necessarily tear or rip through. One thing I did notice about the planner though is that the calendar was a little off, as it started with Monday and then had Saturday and Sunday at the end, whereas most calendars start with Sunday. But that's just a little thing that if you're going to use this planner that you will have to get used to. Overall though, looking at the layout, I think it looks nice. I also enjoyed the fact that it came with a Saturday and a Sunday area where you can write down things for the weekend. So it is a multiple use planner. You don't necessarily just have to use it for teaching or for school or anything else like that. I also realized while flipping through this planner that there were no tabs that came a part of it. In fact, it just were pages that are marked for each month. But of course, that's not necessarily an issue to me. However, one thing I did notice, which was good, is they actually have these perforated tips at the bottom where you could actually mark your page for where you need to be in that particular planner. So even though there are no tabs, you could just keep ripping off the little page markers at the bottom and it would be able to help you to keep your page. And at the back here, it didn't really have anything special, just some line notes and more information about how the planner was made. Overall, I enjoyed reviewing the Wisdom Supply Company planner. I like how the planner is recycled and is zero waste. I also just enjoy the way that this planner looks overall. And last but not least in our planner series is For the Love of Pie. Now, this is a newer company that I've seen on the market. Again, this was a Facebook ad recommendation when I was looking for planners. And my gosh, did I just enjoy looking at this entire box. It really did scream teacher planners, if you know what I mean. But anyway, this particular planner costed me the most amount of money, with shipping, it was about $67. And that's as much as some of the other planners costed inside of my previous video. So I felt like this was going to be the star of the show for this particular 2022 edition. And here she is, all wrapped up in thick and thin bubble wrap. Now, first glance at this planner, it was customizable. I did get the chance on top of the website to customize and design my cover and everything else like that. It really reminded me of a version of Erin Condren's planners, just, of course, in a little bit of a different format. I really did think that this little sticker of the pie symbol was super cute. And we have some ASMR here for you. I didn't want to do too much popping inside of the video because this is more about planners. But yes, this planner did come with a cute little sticker that you could use and stick on top of your water bottle or anything like that. And overall, when just looking at this planner, it was gorgeous. And I mean absolutely stunning. Of course, the plastic cover is going to make this planner that much more durable and that much more sturdy than the other planners inside of this video here. So, of course, I needed to check it out to see how durable this actually was, which surprised me at how strong it was. For this planner as well, we have the beautiful designs and the tabs on the side, which of course people do like because it gives them easy access to flip through the planner. So much color. I was so surprised at how much color this planner had. But again, it did cost the most money, so I did want to see what was up with all of the particular pages. I did like the layout of all of the months there, where you have the fillable calendars and you have all of the blank squares that you can fill in with your lesson plans and everything else. It also was a nice touch that they had a side section for things that were important or things that you just need to have on top of that checklist, because of course, what teachers don't have checklists and checklists of things that they need to do. It was also nice that at the end of each month, there are some line pages. At the start of each month, Anyway, at the start of each month, they also had some pages for where you could write other things down or put important notes for the month. The tabs are also really great, really durable. I didn't feel like any of the pages or the papers were going to be messed up or easily poked through or written through or bleed through for this particular planner. I was just going through and flipping through the different months that it kind of came with, and of course the tabs at the back, which apparently are specifically just for teachers. So this part was kind of interesting to me that they did include this, especially a password section, because again, for some planner companies, they don't always include just strictly a teacher section, especially one that's for professional development. So this tab was kind of interesting to dig through and just to see, because again, these companies don't really showcase these sections on top of their website. So you do have to buy them in order to be able to actually know what the planner comes with. And overall, I thought they were pretty useful, especially for teachers. And there were just a lot of useful pages, which you could or you could not use as a part of this planner. Another thing to note that was interesting to me was there was a student section which was separate from the teacher section. A lot of times this would be combined together with the teacher section, so I thought it was interesting that they decided to separate that for this particular company in their planner. There was a lot of great pages that were a part of this student section, which I feel like could be useful to a lot of people. But of course, that's only if you feel like you would be using it or not. There's always a section for seating plans apparently as well, which was nice to see. And finally, a section with just blank note pages that people could utilize however they wanted to, which I thought was also pretty awesome that they included this for free inside of this planner. Whereas I know other companies would charge for all of these extra things that come in and a part of it. I also thought it was interesting that they had an easy grader as well. You kind of see these a lot with the older veteran generations of teachers where they have these on their desks and they can quickly calculate what percentage grade it would be for particular things. So I thought that was kind of neat and kind of funny, especially for you veterans out there who watch this video. You now have an easy grader ready at your disposal if you decide to choose this company and their planner. We finally reached the end here. And again, this planner is just so beautiful. Love the cover, love the hard shell, and I think it was a great contender. Of course, it was a bit expensive for the price point there. And so these are the 2022 planners that I reviewed for this particular video. Again, I tried to choose ones that I did not have before in my list, and I thought this was a pretty good selection with reasonable price points for any teacher who might be thinking of getting a new planner for the school year. And I'm doing this section of the video so you can kind of see the different sizes between the planners as well. The Amazon one is a little bit smaller, but not by much. And the other ones are, of course, a little bit larger, but the Wisdom Supply Company planner is a lot thinner. Again, though, it all does come down to preference and what you are also willing to carry around with you as a planner. So some people don't mind that the planners are a little bit smaller, and other people don't mind that the planners are nice and chunky like this one. Of the 4 planners, I am actually deciding between these 2 planners to keep for myself. Now, I've had planners in the past similar to the Love of Pie, but it really caught my interest how different the Wisdom Supply Company planner was. So I was really struggling between which one I would eventually go to, just because one was something I was familiar with and the other one was kind of different and new.
And that is it. Those are the 4 teacher planners that I have reviewed for this upcoming school year. Now, I know previously inside of the video I was a bit undecided between 2 of the planners, which were really, really good in my opinion. But I did finally decide, and the one that I decided to go with was the Wisdom Supply Company planner. I don't know, this planner just stood out to me more. I liked the minimalist design. I liked how just simple and clean it looks, and of course with the design inside as well. And I also just like that it's a lot smaller. It's a lot more easier to carry around than some of the other planners that are out there. So that was my personal favorite and my top pick. I'm so excited to be using it for this new school year. And as for the other planners, they are actually going to be hosted at a craft fair event where I will be giving them away to, you guessed it, teachers. So don't worry, they will be put to good use. I am very sure of it. And if not, I hope that you really liked this video. And as always, aloha guys.